There's an entire universe of creatures lurking far below our feet, surviving where no sunlight can reach. Today we're diving into the deepest parts of our ocean to uncover ancient sea monsters that still roam beneath the crushing pressure and freezing waters, holding secrets that date back millions of years. It's time to meet these living fossils face to face. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have the giant squid. There is a colossal predator lurking in the deepest corners of the ocean, a creature with tentacles that can stretch longer than a school bus and eyes the size of dinner plates. The giant squid is no myth. This towering cephalopod hunts in frigid darkness, patrolling underwater canyons while dodging the jaws of sperm whales. Its massive arms, covered in powerful suction cups, can snatch unsuspecting prey in a heartbeat. For centuries, old sailors returned from long voyages telling wild stories of enormous, tentacled monsters dragging ships into the depths. No one believed them until recently, when modern cameras finally captured these real-life leviathans gliding through their pitch-black world. From deep-sea explorers to seasoned marine biologists, everyone agrees. The giant squid is as close to the legendary kraken as we'll ever get, and it's still out there, thriving in places we can barely reach. Next, we are talking about sea spiders. There's something crawling around in the black, crushing depths of Earth's oceans that look more like it belongs on another planet. Sea spiders, with their ridiculously long legs and minuscule, almost comically small bodies. These guys have been skittering about for over 500 million years. That's a timeline stretching way before fish, dinosaurs, and even plants on land. They're not true spiders, but there's an alien elegance to how they hover over the ocean floor, their spindly limbs reaching out in all directions, as if they're trying to find a hold in the endless darkness. Scientists have found them in every major ocean, existing under pressure that would crush most creatures, all while barely changing from their fossilized ancestors. It is a genuine glimpse into a bygone era, a reminder that life down there has perfected the art of survival without the need for constant reinvention. In our number 8 spot today, we have the vampire squid. There is a crimson-shaped cephalopod drifting through near black waters that seems ripped straight from some ancient, forbidden legend. The vampire squid, thriving around 3,000 feet below the surface in low oxygen zones most creatures can't tolerate, is more than just a flashy name. Its glowing red eyes pierce the darkness, while its umbrella-like webbing and bioluminescent organs twist and shimmer with ghostly light. Neither fully squid nor fully octopus, it pulls traits from both worlds, resulting in a bizarre hybrid that's unlike anything else in the deep. Scientists have marveled at how this gentle scavenger, feeding mostly on marine snow rather than attacking prey, survives under crushing pressure and near freezing temperatures, all while looking like it just swam off the pages of some ancient myth. Every glimpse we get from cameras and submersibles leaves us more convinced that the vampire squid stands as a living relic of a time when Earth was wilder, darker, and far stranger than we ever dared to believe. Next, we are talking about the chambered nautilus. The chambered nautilus is a living relic from an era long gone, but it is still here, lurking in the deep waters of the Indo-Pacific. This mesmerizing shelled cephalopod looks like it belongs in a prehistoric aquarium, sporting a spiral-shaped shell reminiscent of ammonites that roamed the seas during the age of dinosaurs. But what makes this creature truly extraordinary is that despite millions of years of evolution around it, the nautilus has barely changed at all. It's like a time traveler from Earth's ancient oceans, left practically untouched for over 500 million years. With its elegant, translucent shell and a series of chambers that allow it to regulate buoyancy, the nautilus seems to float through the water like a living fossil. Scientists marvel at how this creature has survived the countless changes on Earth, making it one of nature's most fascinating and enduring mysteries. How does something evolve so little amid a world that constantly turns and transforms? The chambered nautilus isn't just a survivor, it's a symbol of the ancient world that's still, quite literally, swimming amongst us. Next, we are talking about the giant isopod. There's a massive, armored scavenger roaming the pitch-black depths of our oceans that looks like a pill bug on steroids. Giant isopods, stretching up to 20 inches long, live more than 7,000 feet below the surface in both the Atlantic and Pacific, thriving where nearly every other life form struggles struggles to survive. They belong to the same ancient lineage as trilobites, crawling across the sea floor long before the first humans took a breath. These deep-sea tanks feed on sunken whale carcasses and other debris drifting down from above, filling their armored bellies and then going for months, or even years, without another meal. Their design has been so successful that they've barely changed over countless millennia, quietly minding their business and waiting in the darkness as history unfolds above. There's nothing fancy or flashy about their existence, yet their very survival at such crushing depths stands as a testament to just how stubborn and resilient life on Earth can be. In our number 5 spot today, we have the Sixgill Shark. Hidden in the darkest corners of Earth's oceans, there's a shark so ancient it might as well have swum alongside the very first dinosaurs. The Sixgill Shark hovers at around 6,000 feet below the surface, slowly patrolling waters where daylight has long since vanished. With its distinctive extra gill slits, one more set than your typical modern sharks, it sports features that date back to the Jurassic, when massive marine reptiles ruled the sea. This heavyweight predator can reach lengths of up to 16 feet, yet remains elusive, steering clear of our curiosity by lurking deep beyond most human reach. Over millions of years, it's barely changed at all, hanging on to design elements that worked perfectly before mammals even appeared on land. Knowing that this silent, time-worn sentinel cruises through pitch-black water, still wielding the ancient blueprint of its ancestors, adds another layer of mystery to the hidden world beneath the waves. Next, we are talking about the Colossal Squid. There's a beast haunting the frigid darkness around Antarctica that dwarfs even the legendary giant squid and wields razor-sharp hooks on swiveling tentacles. The Colossal Squid thrives thousands of feet below the ice-covered seas of the Southern Ocean, where crushing pressure and bitter cold would make most creatures crumble. It's been spotted only a handful of times, each encounter raising more questions than answers. Its eyes are the largest of any animal on Earth, peering through pitch-black waters in search of prey. Scientists have tried to study it, hauling up a few rare specimens, but even these are often damaged or incomplete, leaving us with only half-understood hints of its true nature. Every scrap of data, every blurry image adds to the legend of this elusive giant. For now, the Colossal Squid remains one of the ocean's most tantalizing mysteries, a hulking survivor from a time when monsters still roamed the planet's last untouched frontiers. Next, we are talking about the Lanternfish. There is a hidden force thriving in the ocean's twilight zone that quietly rules the deep. Lanternfish, which make up about 65% of the biomass down there, have been shining their tiny lights for millions of years, long before humans came into the picture. They hover between 650 and 3,300 feet, well below the sunlight's reach, using their bioluminescent organs like headlights to navigate through darkness thick as ink. These shimmering schools are everywhere, darting through the shadows, feeding on microscopic prey, and supplying a crucial food source to countless predators. Over endless millennia, they haven't needed to evolve a flashier look or a tougher exterior, just their gentle glow and steady resilience were enough to keep them going. It's a subtle brand of power, the quiet domination of the deep, reminding us that some of the most successful life forms on the planet never needed to become giant monsters. They just had to survive where few others dared to live. In our number 2 spot today, we're talking about chimaeras or ghost sharks. Meet the chimera, often called a ghost shark, an eerie, cartilaginous fish that split from traditional sharks well over 400 million years ago. That's way before the first dinosaurs stomped across land. With venomous spines jutting from their backs and a ghostly, almost translucent appearance, these deep-sea survivors glide through the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans as if reading from an ancient script. They've barely changed while continents collided, species rose and fell, and entire ecosystems rearranged themselves. Their timeless bodies reveal a story in which evolution found a perfect balance and simply paused, leaving these strange, silent predators to wander the ocean floor long after the world above had remade itself 1,000 times over. And finally, in our number 1 spot today, we have the Bristlemouth Fish. There is a creature down in the crushing darkness that outnumbers almost every other vertebrate on the planet, yet most people have never even heard of it. Bristlemouth fish, found drifting drifting silently beyond 3,000 feet deep, are tiny masters of survival that have barely changed for millions of years. Their jaws are studded with needle-sharp teeth designed to devour whatever drifts their way, while their bodies glow with eerie photophores, sending faint signals through water blacker than ink. No one knows exactly how many trillions of these little predators roam the depths, but scientists believe their population dwarfs most other animal groups. They've quietly built an empire at crushing pressures, feeding on morsels of plankton and marine snow, all without ever needing to tweak their ancient design. It's definitely a humbling thought. These unassuming, toothy survivors run the deep sea show, thriving for eons where countless other species would simply crumble. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I will see you again soon. Bye!